Hello, beautiful folks, wherever you are, welcome back. It's Gofundme back again on top of the G Castle, coming out one-on-one live coverage. And we're going to be starting and democratizing this kind of the platform right now. Wherever you are, keep it tuned, keep it locked, keep it vibing, keep it coming. Because much of the things are going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And no much of hesitation. Wherever you are, have a snack and up to your own side. And make sure that you're going to be having a squash as we're going to be democratizing and making things coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Here we go. We are on top of the G Castle to make sure that everything is coming to you wherever you are in your comfort zone, so as you can just be watching and making it happen, because we have much of the things to put onto the platform as we're going to be waiting for it, as we have of them coming out right now. As we're going to be starting this kind of the coverage, we have the tiles. I've seen much of the boys here with much of the tiles on top of the G Castle, and we're going to be coming, have the gentleman here with concrete.
Cockroach.
Oh, we have cockroach.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. We have another gentleman to the far end. I think everything is very, very fine coming to this kind of the position here. So what are we going to be going to do here? Because we have much of the things already are democratizing to the top of the G Castle here to make sure that everything is adding up. What are we doing? What are the tiles for? And everybody is now doubting our own philanthropic Alizabasha by now. But right now, as we're going to be getting to the real point of today. Yesterday, I broadcasted a video talking about how the Coca-Cola company is in need of this kind of the people, because I just broadcasted it live and they watched the video and they thought about they're going to be not watching the video. As the video went and it's now ongoing, and right now they've just talked about they're going to be coming to make sure that everything is made and put in a very simultaneous equation. And why is this kind of the things going to happen this way? It's because you know, sometimes some people come out to talk about oh, this kind of the people they want from us, but now they filmed on themselves talking about this is the fridge that we are going to be having onto this kind of the store, and it's just located onto the store. It's a commercial fridge that we're going to be doing much of the works apart from being in the store of the cereals. This is the fact that we are going to be coming out with as we go on, making sure that everything is so fantastic. The car is down there to make sure that it's just setting its own records, to make sure that it's straightforward from the down there, as we're going to be going to the top side here to check on what is really happening, because today we're going to be having some concrete here and we're going to be having the tiling of today. So I'm going to be going to the other position so that I can just check on what's really reframing to the G Castle here as we tangle much of the things. Wagwan. As we go guys to the front yard, and we're going to be checking on what is really happening to the top side here, because the concrete gutter, it's already screeded and it's plastered already and it has dried up. So what we are waiting for, it's one thing. Now it is called the tiling process. Wow. Hey bro.
Yep.
What's up?
What's up?
I see you are dismantling the tiles here.
Yeah, I'm cutting the tiles.
Oh,
yeah.
So you are making sure that all the pieces.
Yeah.
So guys, we have the white. Are they called white?
The white, yeah, the white.
Oh, they're called white. White with black strips here.
Yeah.
And the cloud.
Grayish.
Oh, grayish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, color blindness, gentlemen, you have to understand.
Yeah.
So you are starting with the sides?
Yeah, I'm starting with the sides.
Okay. Let me go to the other side so as I can just see you meticulously. I step in. Wagwan. Oh, it is dry. Fantastic. So guys, this is the concrete gutter that we have started to make sure that they are putting the tiling today, and it's about in a little bit afternoon, as everything is now coming out so softly here, and the tiles are reflecting like Ayamaro tiles here. Wow. So it's something so meticulous. Fantastic. Huh?
I'm just making marks.
Oh, you are marking.
Yeah.
Then you recut later.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. So guys, this is the work that is coming out right now here. And we really talk about we are moving. There's a time I talked about as far as the moving is there, as far as the action is there, as far as we are making something to move, that is where we are always going to. As I see Sigano here is coming with porridge.
Soup.
Oh, is that soup?
Yeah, now I want to.
Oh, this is a soup, man.
Can we bring for
Soup or a cement, man? What are you talking about soup here? I was talking about it's gonna be like consomme soup. Do you know consomme soup, guys? Yeah, consomme soup. But consomme soup is a clear soup. Yeah. But everything is so fantastic as we just go on with this kind of the platform, guys. As by now we are now putting the tiles onto the concrete gutter. It means that we are moving, and it's like tomorrow but one we're gonna be having talk about the iron sheet. So engineer. Do you mean that you're going to be finishing it today?
No.
You cannot
Till
finish
tomorrow.
until tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll continue tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow is another day. So today, whenever you just reach, that's where you'll reach. Exactly. So guys, that is what is the engineer talking about right now, to make sure that the G Castle is moving ahead steps, because much of the people are waiting to see, Ginto, what is really happening right now and what is really coming out from the real position. Here we are. And I was ever talking about, guys, I've seen much of the things which are reflecting very badly outside here, and we have to rectify the things before they get wrong. And this is the real fact about much of the people right now. They have taken things in consideration of themselves. Talk about the greed of themselves. They want to benefit on themselves, because once upon a time I can just reflect and talk about why did the Jamaican uncle come out to talk about this is my Gofundme, that we want to make sure that Castor, she is moving from one position to another in terms of the care, and everything has to come out clean. Right now the mother to Castor, you want to start here? Yeah, come and start. Much action here. You have seen it has dried up. Exactly. We are setting mitambo here. Mitambo is called what? Mitambo is
System. Exactly.
Mitambo is
Devices.
signal.
Mitambo system.
Mitambo.
Yeah.
Mitambo is making sure that everything is put in consideration in terms of system. Yeah, exactly. So you can check at the behind here, and I think how I was just talking about, guys, we're gonna be using much of the tiles here. They are 40 by 40, as you can just check, guys, 40 by 40 tiles here. And I think they're gonna be right now I have 11 boxes, which one cost at 1,500, which is approximately 1,500. You can just convert by 125. It can just come like 10 there, or what is it? Let me check, guys, before I just make things come out worse, which is 1,500 divided by 1. It is $12 per each box, and this is the fact that is coming out by now, and we're gonna be making it happen. So guys, what is now coming out to be resolved here, as even my I can just talk about even my it's called my stand here. It is having a something which is measuring the talk about the topography. Yeah, I can call it topography. Is it topography or the I can't move. It can know the topography of how the things are standing. Exactly. So how the things are going right now, guys, it's because of the defect of what is now coming out as a Mickey Mouse and a Mickey Cat, Mickey Dogs, and everywhere, whereby we have just found that the Didi uncle, which is Jamaican uncle, came out with a good forum called Gofundme, and he is the one who is handling and making sure that everything is going where necessary. For the people who have never knew why the Gofundme was just brought out, it was just brought out, and one of the person has to take care and make sure that is supplying and supplementing whatever is in need to the need people. As the person who was in need was Castor, who is up to right hour just speaking right now. She is in hospital in Delhi, India, and she is to undergo much of the surgical cancer, which has to be operated with an immediate effect before things get worse. And people start started contributing to make sure that they can just boost a little bit, because the much of the money that was being talk about the money that was in need was more than 60,000 US dollars, which was 7.5 million Kenya shillings for her operation to occur. And that amount of money was so huge, and it could not just favor that kind of the family. So they came out and talking about, we are pleading to much of the people, whoever they were the fans to Castor, whoever they were ever watching Castor, whoever they knew Castor, you can just talk about, oh, who is this kind of a person? And also you can just plead on yourself and talk about, oh, this kind of a person is in need, and she has a very big problem that need very much attention before things get worse. And the people talked about we have to contribute and got in into this kind of the circum that has got to Our Lady, so as she can just be operated and everything gonna be going so softly and good. But to the essence of the time and the pogromicity and the stupidity of some of the people, they talk about now they have just got a position they want to eat from, which is they have just been talking about, you know, I have Aaron Dante here, I have to eat, I have to talk about, you have to buy me land, so as you get some 2-3 cucumberization and talk about, yeah, you are qualified to make sure that you're going to be buying a land in Kenya, we can just be using your money. So that's how people are getting into this kind of the sarcasm, and the money is going in terms of scam. So right now they came out, one of the, again, Mzungu, who is not even a pure Mzungu, called, talk about Jamaican uncle or Jamaican grandpa. Came out and talked about, I have a GoFundMe that I can take care of and make sure that we can contribute, and I can make sure that everything is going where necessary. Because I saw the program and the podcast they were having with Kenge one-on-one, and he was talking about much of the people right now, they want to close up that GoFundMe. Because if it's going to be closed into that, I can just talk about its stupidity of this kind of the family. And yet, he is trusting things he never knew, and he knew that this is the family that is betraying and making some subsequence of the time, whereby they're the ones who are bringing shenanigans and stupidity and lunatic psychopathism minds that are not to be obliviated unto this of the oblivion of the day. And this is what we call oblivion of this kind of the people. They are ranked as we can talk about the drunk people. They are now thinking about their own consciousness is their own thing that they can just be handled unto the day of today. But much of the people are not interested with their own stupidity. People need to see things being done. If the money has been put to the forum that this kind of a person has to be contributed the money through GoFundMe, this Jamaican uncle came out clean and talked about you can use my forum and make things happen. But right now they have just circumcised it, they have just rotated about it, they're now navigating everything to think about they're going to be starting multi-million projects whereby they have already collected very much amount of money. They're going with their own lives. They're talking about we have to go live, we contribute, guys contribute. People are sending to their own numbers, and people are contributing in terms of super chats. Where are those kind of the money of the super chats are going to? And this is a question that we're going to be imposting and making sure that people should get it. Whenever you send money in terms of super thanks, it means that that money will just go to an end of a month. And when it's going to be going to the end of a month, it means that it's next month of April whenever you send it today. So when is that money going to reflect there? That's why you see this is a hookup that is coming out with this kind of the regime of the people. And when Jamaican uncle was talking about the people want to report, it's because of their stupidity, because it can favor no one. It can favor no one. Because if it can not favor the intended person, so whom is he going to benefit? It has to be closed. And to the Jamaican uncle, I can just talk about, I'm very sorry for you, because you came out as you, and you talked about you're going to be doing something which is immensely correct, but to the real effect of the time, things are circumnavigated. Things are no longer working, because that kind of the GoFundMe, it's going to be closed. People have already reported it, because it's a scam alert. Why am I saying it's a scam alert? Because the people whom you have left to talk about the GoFundMe, they are raising their own money apart from raising to the intended person. People, despite the talk about the stupid slogans that are outside here, talking about this is a reactor, this is Kenge affidavit, this is I don't know what, this is the buttocks of I don't know, I have to follow this one, they are my dog of somebody. This is the stupidity that is now getting and cutting this kind of the platform into a halves. Why am I saying it's cutting this kind of the platform in a half? It's because some people talk about this kind of the fans who are not a amount of fans. They are now ones who they want to take this kind of a thing to another level. And that is a fact, because they are people who understand the real life situation. If you see somebody is supporting a Kenge fraternity, they have a lack somewhere, because they are doing lactic things which are not working properly. Why am I saying so? It's because they think about Kenge is the only person who can just favor the village. There are people who are more pure, and they can do things with their own honesty and something which is so fantastic. But they think about, whenever they're going to be sending the money to M. Carol going to be eating. The people you trust are the eaters. They are also to be called feed eaters. They can be called, how can we call them? Kingfishers. They want to make sure that they're going to be eating whatever is coming to your own bottom heads, because they know that this kind of the Gofundme, it's going to be having an impact. Why am I saying it has an impact? It's because there's millions of money going to be collected there. If there is millions of money, you know, much of the people knows about US dollars. Whenever it's more than 9,000 US dollars, in Kenya, it's already $1 million Kenya shillings. So when they're going to be contributing more than 60,000 US dollars, it's going to be going more than 8 million Kenya shillings. And that is amount of money. And when you want to collect that kind of amount of money, somebody trustable should be there. Right now, they have just contributed more than 12,000 US dollars. It means that they have collected more than 1.3 million, which is now reflecting to their account. And I've just heard the Jamaican uncle talking about the money has been reframed and it has already been sent to this kind of the people. When Caster came out to talk about this kind of a scenario, she talked about there's nothing has reflected. Where is the money? And that is the point now. This kind of the people like the Demon, like Lady J, like Kenge, they're now coming out to sympathize and talk about, this kind of the thing. We started it knowing it's going to be going forward. Forward to you and who? Who told you that you are put on that kind of the moment? Because when you were chasing Caster and talking about the bad about her, because the Demon never wanted Caster ever, because of talk about the influence and the capacity of her being something else. Right now they're talking about, we ever loved her, she was part of our family, or your family, my foot. So sometimes whenever you want to talk about something, consider what you did and what is the impact of what you did to her. When she left to South Africa, what was behind the scene? And why did she leave and talk about leave me alone? Because it was too much. Krakatu every time. Stupidity every time. They want to talk about, whenever you are just changing with the money and you are now, your cheeks are now becoming out and becoming a little bit whitish. And you think about now, you have creamed yourself and talking about you're going to be like a Mzungu. Don't be stupid, you goon. Sometimes consider the consideration of the day. You will ever be here. And whenever things are going to be coming out, there's no way you're going to just going, because you have a home here. And that's the fact. That's why you always talk about, we don't want people to come to our position. They're going to be filming much of the things. That is the fact. Why am I saying so? They are only who filmed yesterday the fridge that they have stolen. And the fridge was stolen from, talk about Coca-Cola company. And it's now stored into Kenge store. And that is the fact where right now it's in need, because the company is already contacted and they're going to be coming for it. You thought about the people going to not see it. You are the only people who are selling yourself. That's why you don't need people to come to your position, because of why you have illegal substances onto your houses. You have stupid illegal things. You have things which are, you think about that are mannerless to you, because you think about you have some special money. I don't know if you have special money, if you have, talk about something which is good of making money at your home there. I don't know if you have such kind of a machine. But I think about it's only the stupidity of a mind. Thinking about, right now, I'm a lady in Nyabohanse who can earn a lot of money in Nyabohanse, so there's no one who can stop me. And no one is refusing. But we see what you are doing. Right now, you are scamming. to make sure that the Gofundme is coming so as you can just build a multi-million project or a house. And I think to that house you're talking about, either it's a mental hospital that Kenge is talking about going to be coming out, and that mental hospital going to be making sure that it's starting with the conduct there. That mental hospital going to be admitting conduct. Lady J going to be part of the program. Gunimo now going to be now the supervisor of insane people in that kind of a mental hospital, and making sure there's now who is rotating whenever you give you the nyundo whenever it's necessary. That's the fact. All right now we have to talk about what is seriously ongoing to the project. We have much of the things still ongoing back to the project here, as we're going to be checking on what is now framing. We have Mr. Sigano here.
Wagwan.
This work today is very easy, man.
Really?
You are sitting, man, and you are working. And there's counting of money.
Yeah, I'm just picking the tile here.
From here and giving him.
Yeah.
Today.
But whenever there will be not enough, I will have to rush for somewhere.
But you have to bring them very early as possible. So I see the tiling is ongoing, and it's now a special. Hey, engineer, gonna you place on top here?
No.
Oh, no placing on top. So yeah. So I can just check. It's a process, guys, because I talk about every time there's a change. Every day there's a change. And if today we have to put the tiles, it means that whenever we're going to be finishing, if it's tomorrow but one, it's going to be now having it, talk about iron sheet being placed everywhere, because it's ready for the iron sheet to be put, and make sure that now we are gauging it from the position. So I see, what's the name of this kind of a hammer?
This one. It's called a plastic mallet.
Oh, plastic mallet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you can put it into your pocket?
No, it's big.
I deal with somebody's circumference.
No.
Oh.
No.
But it is good, but it's not like the other one.
Yeah, it is somehow.
It's somehow rubber, eh?
Yeah.
So I think it's good in terms of handling security reasons.
Oh, in terms of.
No, not head. In buttocks.
Really?
Yeah.
No, in buttocks someone may not feel that pain.
Yeah. Let me test.
No, let me. This one is to deal with the knees. Maybe the fingers.
Fingers.
Yeah. You deal with them perpendicularly.
Oh. What's your profession?
A profession. For?
Yes, you're gonna be going to the university.
Oh. I'm still checking on that.
You're still checking. So you are not sure that you're gonna be going. Right now you could be talking about, I want to be a teacher, I want to be somebody special in this kind of the country, man. What do you think about? What do you think about yourself?
Me?
That you can do best?
Mechanic.
Mechanic.
Or a business person.
So is there any course called business person?
You talk about the course. Maybe I will do the research and tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, you have the course that you want. You must do the research with the grade you got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I see here they are making sure that everything is put in position. Fantastic. Wow. Oh, you start with the sides first?
Yeah.
Then you go to the floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is not easy, although he is sitting.
Oh,
it is not
it's not
easy.
easy, yeah. So it's going to be acting as waterproof, eh? Yeah. So we don't need any leakages to the house.
Yeah.
Exactly. So talk about engineer.
Yep.
From the ground to where how can the ceiling will be placed? How many feet is it? 13?
No.
12?
We are talking about meters, 3 meters.
Or 3 meters?
Yeah.
3 meters approximately?
Around 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
It is 300 or 300 centimeters.
Yeah.
10 feet. 10 feet.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's tall enough. Exactly.
Do you want it tall or short?
Tall.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want something tall, man. Exactly. So guys, as the work is ongoing here, we have another area. I don't know if it has dried very completely. It is drying, man. It has dried. Is it going down? No. Yeah, we have a concrete coming from the far end. Hey, how are you, man? Good. Everything is fantastic. Yeah, man. We are roaming with it. Yeah. Wow. Democratize. Who is cooking?
I'm the cockroach master.
Oh, you're the cockroach master?
Yeah, man.
Come with it. Democratize. Yeah, man. Have the guy from here pouring the concrete here a little bit to make sure that this kind of a zone, it's making a sense. Talk about the level. Flow of the water, the leveling of making sure that the flow is flowing to one perspection area. Exactly. We want water to come from where he is to the far end where this kind of the gentlemen are sitting and making things very happening. So, wow, 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 wow. Guys, this is water is now getting more forward, and we're going to be making it happen as you always watch the video and make it happen. We always come out very clean. Back to the position. Guys, I've checked yesterday, the Didi Anchor was ever talking about why are the people going to close the Gofundme that was going to support Castor so as she can just get the treatment. I'm still not understanding what is really happening with this kind of the fragmentic things that people want to interhandle, because if it's something that's going to be happening and helping somebody, when Castor has come out and talked about the treatment has to occur, and much of the people are making some things to come and look so big, and yet they could not be in such kind of a position. That is what we have to come out and talk about. Nyabohanse is a center of sarcasm. Nyabohanse is a center of shenanigans, a center of hula baloos, a center of telenovela, and such kind of the shagara bagra reactions has to come out. But to the real effect of the time, we really sympathize and talk about, let us not be in terms of that, because one of our person she's still suffering. If it could have just got to Kenge's family, they could have just seen the impact of what they're just doing stupidity here. Because when we talk about this is a sickness which is very serious. Whenever we talk about somebody has the breast cancer, she's going to be going to operation. You doesn't know if the breast is going to be going to be cut, because that is the only alternative that's going to be coming. And some people are just making some shenanigans here, stupid hula balooza, war outside here. They think about something which is not special for somebody. Right now, the person who is affected, talk about the subject. She is feeling the pain. She is talking about why couldn't they contribute if they want to contribute. If they don't want to close that kind of the chapter, everybody's to do her own things, because right now people are benefiting from her. People are benefiting from her own name. And still, the people are just very proud outside here. They're talking about, guys, you know, the Jamaican uncle has sent money. Send money to you or to who? Say it direct. Because if the money has not reflected to some people or the intended people's account, where is the money sent to? Brain at work. Even if we just alliteratively think about how our hypothalamus, our common denominator, are going to be working, it's something which is so hectic that some people are suffering in the hospital. And they are just waiting for this kind of a fund to come as the operation is going to be going on, because she need talk about a chemotherapist and such kind of the therapist, so as she can just continue working. After that kind of talk about the operation, there are some of the things she has to undertake. Talk about when you are cut somewhere. The people who are always whenever they take much alcohol, they're going to be cut some of the buttocks. I have seen it. And if somebody's cut a buttock, they are given so expensive prescription of the doctors. Talk about to go buy this kind of a drug. Go buy this kind of a drug. That's a buttocks. What about the breast? Imagine, guys, in the chest, where the esophagus is. Huh? Talk about where the trachea is located now, coming to, and guys, something which is not working whenever we see such kind of the people are doing this kind of the menace to this kind of the lady. But their time is going to be coming. If they think about this is the only mess they're going to be taking care of, and now coming with multi-projects, talking about I want to build here, I'm looking for a land, yet a land you ever scammed Aaron Dante already. Kenya has already scammed the Jamaican grandma. And you are now talking about, oh, we are looking for a special land for me to build a multi-million, and you're going to be building, talk about the Airbnb. So as much of the ladies and to the village going to be molested there. So we are just sympathizing. What has it, or what is the real effect about this kind of the Airbnbs that we're going to be building? Molesting the ladies, again throwing them to the pogrom like Nasta talk about Casta. Because when you talk about where is the breast cancer coming from, it's just talking about some of the gentlemen, talk about the molesters. Whenever they want to talk about now, this is a special lady, oh, I have just seduced this kind of a lady, oh, she's now talking about I have to support, as she's going to be supporting me. Yes, now you have alliteratively come to a conclusion that you are going to have this kind of the exposed surface area inserted where it's necessary. Now you're going to be talking about I have to make sure that my fingers are fingering where necessary. So that's what is now making some of the instances that we can just have the causative agents of what? Because we have so many causative agents of the breast cancer. We have some of the talk about you have ever been into a scenario of some of the foods that are not essentializing into your body. Talk about sometimes it's a sickness that will come. Sometimes it's a cancer. You know, it's heritable sometimes. If some people have never known, a cancer can be heritable. So it can never know how it came. But some of the people take it as a granted thing. When it will get one of their family member, they will understand what is meant by this kind of the cancer. Because we have even the head cancer. Talk about whenever you can just have from the brain cancer, you'll just be affected. Even the hair will be coming out like something else. You'll just be touching the hair and it will just falling it out. You'll think about somebody is having HIV, but it's not HIV. It is cancer. The hair is coming out like you are uprooting some of the pigweed from a shamba.
The fur of a goat or
a
sheep.
You think it's a fur somewhere, yeah. So you are uprooting it. You understand?
Yeah.
So even sometimes you get that the hair is cut already. So what about now somebody, that is not even the head. Somebody's talking about the essential parts where now she has not given birth. She doesn't have she doesn't have a child. And now the breasts are going to be cut. Where is something, sometimes think about it. They think about it something a joke. They think it's a joke. Whenever we talk about it, it's a cancer of breast cancer. Some people, guys, sometimes we can talk about when God will ever come to talk about going to be punishing people, they're going to be seeing lightnings unto their lives. They're going to be becoming salts in their lives because they are playing with people's tension whenever they want something special, somebody to be there for them to be comforted. And some people are bringing shenanigans. And this is the fact I'm taking out right now. To the Jamaican uncle, congratulations and good moral value. And to me, have my kudos right now and respect because you talked about you're going to be supporting this kind of the lady with your own Gofundme because it's your platform. And to that, respect and kudos to you. But to the sluts and stupid mongoose, and illiterate, lunatic, psychopathism crocodiles who are just still abbreviated their own updrafts of the day. And they're just coming out to their own oblivions and talking about, oh, the hula balloons has to continue. They think about something to be joked off. But to the Jamaican uncle, kudos. Continue the same spirit. You are just continuing with, and whenever you're going to be coming, check on Gintu, wherever it is. And they're going to be buying you Fanta. I know you like Fanta. I'm going to be buying you Fanta. Soda. Yeah, I know you like soda. Whenever you arrived in at the villa, you find Gintu was unto the villa and talked about Gintu man. I am just hearing here you have something called soda. Yeah, I talked about you have soda. Which one do you like? He likes Fanta. Jamaican uncle like Fanta. Yeah, I'm gonna be buying you one Fanta, and everything gonna be coming out very special to you. And to the real concept of the time, guys, I'm gonna be saying that we are making it happen. Because I saw one of the videos here, and some of the people are talking about, oh, Gintu, you know, Gintu cannot attach much of the receipt. Guys, in terms of people thinking about editing much of the videos, they think about that the people who knows to edit much of the videos, other people doesn't know how to edit. The fact is, sometimes I'm one-on-one. I come out with something which is legit and has to go forward because I don't have to attach my receipts because I know it's a fact. Because before I come out with talk about affidavit or a point or a small synopsis or a recap to much of the people to listen upon it, it means that Ginto has done much of the configuration and he has just deeply gone into this kind of the subject and have dug and excavated much of the things. So when you are coming out to talk about Ginto, knows that you have already been discussed with an immediate effect. And to the real effect of the time, I've just checked about, last time I told you about the molester called the Kenge driver. Once upon a time, whenever he just was a molester, he came out to do some of the terrible incidents. Wait on Monday, you're going to be seeing the effect how I broadcasted it. And the people going to be making the mess. And people going to be going in with that kind of the stupid and their own and the messes of the time. Because they think about, oh, whenever you do this kind of a thing here, it's going to be supportive to this kind of the position. It's going to be though. But the real effect of the time, things going to be shifting and making sense. And to the conclusion of how the things are going and to the villa back to the castle back here, as we are making sure that everything is going on alliteratively, we are moving on. As you can just check behind me here, we have the engineer and making sure that today he's going to be calling himself a Tyler, or a Tyler in Kiswahili something else.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler is someone who is. Hey, I don't know how to say it.
In Swahili. But in English.
Swahili is a very bad thing.
In English.
In English. Yeah. Is a Tyler or a Taylor?
What is this? What's the name of this?
Oh, the one who is now making sure that the tiles are being placed.
It's called.
You can call him still a
The process.
The process
Tiling is the process.
Yeah.
Tiling is a process. Tile is a word.
Yeah.
And what about now you, whom you are putting the tiles? It's called
The mason.
Who told you?
Yeah, he's the mason.
It's called the tiler.
No. If it
But
was
don't convert it to Kiswahili. It might be something like insane.
Yeah.
Or mentally challenged.
Yeah. If it was a that you are saying a tiler. It means that that person is only specified in putting tiles.
Now you have talk about subsections. Whenever you are putting, you know, now this kind of the G castle gonna be now talking English only. This now we have reached where it's only English language. Do you understand me? Talk about we are now tiling. Number one, we're gonna be putting electrification. It's called wiring. Talk about plumbing. No Swahili word there. Roofing.
Exactly.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Plaster, cobra. You understand?
Okay.
So we have reached where it's only English names, no Swahili names.
Oh.
Exactly. So the act of putting tiles is called tiler. Exactly.
Tile.
And talk about the tire. The tire in Swahili is called tairi.
The tile of a vehicle
Eh?
is tile. Gurudumu.
No, we have Kiswahili mufti and Kiswahili sanifu. Tairi. Tairi la gari.
There's no. No, you can't say Tahiri. No, that one is not in the syllabus.
We have tahiri. Tairi.
Now Tahiri is circumcision.
Tahiri. Tairi.
Are you sure Tahiri is there?
Hey.
No. Tahiri.
Tahiri is circumcision. Now Tairi.
No, Tahiri is our local Kiswahili.
Local Kiswahili.
Yeah.
Of Kuria and Swahili language.
Yeah.
Tahiri. Mose. Mchote Mustafa hapa guys. Guys, we are making it happen and we are in the tiling process. Let me see the shining of the. No, don't stand. Yeah, don't stand. Yeah, I can just check it from the far end here. And it's now at the section of the area here to make sure that the tiles are coming out. So you're going to be applying the grout? Or later? Or it has to first catch first?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the grout should be on turning.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's going to be making sure that, you said about even that position going to be tiled there?
Yeah, the whole of this wall.
Oh, the whole of this wall.
Yeah.
And to the top also.
Yeah.
Because I see we have, they're called blocks there.
Yeah.
They're gonna be up on top because we are waiting for even this idea, or we're gonna be waiting for only the iron sheets. You're gonna put the iron sheet so as we can just put that kind of lean.
Yeah, then we put the last top, the
The-
final one.
Or the final course, which is use of the blocks.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's gonna be going around. So in this area and to the top, guys, gonna be placed the tiles all around to the far end to make sure that everything is coming out very fantastic. So this is how the things are going right now. It's because of this area, it's already screeded, but from tomorrow I think it's gonna be so okay, and it will, people will just be stepping on top here to make sure that much of much of the supplements that are coming to the top here gonna be coming here without any kind of the hesitation. So everyone who is being positioned and you are watching the video from wherever you are, we are moving in a good pace, and God bless us as we just continue. For the people supporting, thank you very much for you supporting and making sure that Gintu is moving forward, and we're gonna be making it happen, because if we have reached into tiling process, we are moving, guys. We are coming from top to the bottom. So when we put the iron sheet, we go down to make sure that we are putting what? The slab, which is now the concrete on to the floor of the house. And if we put that one, I'm going to be starting welding with an immediate effect. I'm going to be buying all the steels, and I'm going to be bringing the pipings to make sure that the people of electrification, they are called the wiring people, they're going to be making sure that the wiring is completely covered. And before other things, we're going to be going to an immense the talk about the top mason talks about I need more than 30 boxes of 40 by 40 tiles here, which are looking this way. They're so big, and they're looking whitish. So as whenever they're going to be placed, they're going to be shining. And also whenever we see some of the dirty, we're going to be talking about this kind of the. I think they're also being used in terms of the floor. You can use it in terms of the floor, bro. Yeah, you can use them in terms of the floor. But I'm going to be buying the 50 by 25. I think those ones are good in terms of putting to the house. Those ones are the ones that are going to be buying. I was told that I have to put an order so as I can just buy those ones. But these ones are always available, but sometimes they're so expensive. So whenever this one is 1,500 shillings per each box, which is having how many? 12? Yeah, it's going to be having 12 pieces of the tiles, and that's one carton, and it's going to be consisting of 1,500 shilling, which is 12 US dollars whenever you convert it. Exactly 12 US dollars whenever you convert it into Kenya shillings. Here. So I think we're going to be having the ones that you cannot slide. Are they available?
Yeah, they are always there.
Oh, they're always there. They're called rough.
Yes, with the rough surface.
Or with rough surface, eh?
Exactly.
So those ones, they have the same price. They're gonna be costly.
Yeah, you might know these prices are usually the same. You know what?
Matters is the size,
Yeah,
and they talk about the shape and the color. Yeah, of the tie. So that is what is now getting on, and I'm gonna be coming out to tell you what is necessary at what position. And thank you very much for everyone that's being tuned, and we are making Gintu proud, and the whole people. Right now, I think much of the people from Kenge fraternity, they're just wondering, why is it? You have a question?
Yeah.
I was talking about Kenge. I have to finish it. Okay. They're just wondering. Yeah, I'll finish.
Oh, yeah.
So you have said the color, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe we have got the tiles like this one.
They're having some gray.
Yeah.
But we have the ones that are in dark.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
If we have got another ones like the same size but different color, will they differ in terms of the color? Or
No, in terms of the color
will
or
they
price?
differ in terms of price?
No. This ones here, they have already grouped them. 40 by 40 that you can put onto the floor. They are the same price. They're the ones that 40 by 40 you can put onto the walls of the kitchen, or talk about onto the washrooms. So they differ in terms of the price. Exactly. But the colors doesn't matter. Exactly. But right now they are so costly. They are so costly. Even me, when I went to buy, I never knew that they have just reached there. So I purchased some of the 11 boxes here, and also the cement are going. I thought about the cement are going. Talk about the waterproofs here. You know, now we are dealing with now waterproofs, grouts. Talk about something will never leak any water. So it's now a rainy season. We have come to a rainy season where now we're gonna be testing the ndifu. Ndifu is the fundi. Fundi now we convert it into ndifu. Yeah, talking to ndifu. This is now a rainy season, so you're gonna be gauging to see. It's gonna be raining, so this is the good moment for him to be here, and it's gonna be raining because it's a raining season. Because even to the top there, you can see some gentlemen making sure that things are just planted very meticulous. So things are coming out very fantastic as we're gonna be making it happen. Thank you very much for everyone who has been watching and tuned in. Much of the people are talking about, oh, Gintu should look for a life. Am I not having a life? Conversate well. Sometimes whenever you're coming here, talk about again to look for a life, I have a life ready. So everything is so fantastic, and homologaciously I'm coming out clean, take about it and talk about something coming out very cool. This is the last moment.